More at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Done. 180. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Jackson now. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 21 yards there on 3rd down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 180! And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
To throw is Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jackson now down around his goal line. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On the draw, here's Sanders. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 38, Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 38 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll try and run it right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's 15-0.
Makes the score Eagles 15, Ravens nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've helped. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Patrick Owasor drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Stop your whining.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cook.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Running with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
57.
At the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has.
And my goodness, another interception. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Eagles 22, Ravens nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Hey, let's go. Waiting. Right now, let's go. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. It's a gain of 3, and it sets them up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.